What's going on, everybody? All right, this is just in front of my safe. I did something, I guess it was day before yesterday, to this pistol right here. It's just a Sig full-size P320, but I did something to it. You hear a lot about triggers on these, people dropping them, people bumping them, they're going off by accident, and stuff like that. So here is the trigger that comes with these. No safety, no nothing. You just pull it and, well, it fires. So I got an email from Omaha Outdoors where Agency Arms makes a trigger for these guns. And you can see right here, it has a little dingus, kind of like a Glock. And sure enough, it will not let you pull that trigger if that dingus isn't, depressed, just like a Glock. Well, I do not recommend these. Right off the bat, I want to go ahead and tell you, I do not recommend these. I'm going to show you why right now. So, I have big hands and pretty long fingers. So, to actually get a straight trigger pull where the gun doesn't flinch, I have to put a little bit more of my finger in this gun. Now, if you put your finger down towards the bottom of the trigger guard, there's no problems at all right there. But if your finger is not, that thing locks up. I have seen a lot of videos on here where people talked about that. Unfortunately, I did not watch those videos until after I installed this trigger. But if your trigger or your finger is not perfectly on that, and you can feel it, it's actually getting up right there, locked up. Now the first few times it didn't lock up, but that time it did. And that's a problem, because if you're going to just take this to the range, no big deal. But if you're going to rely on this for some kind of self-defense, like I thought about putting one of these in my Zev. I got a Zev X Compact, and I thought about putting one of these in it. There again, locked up. If I move my finger down, it'll fire. That's just not trustworthy in my opinion. The way this thing works, let me take this apart. I'll actually show you how it works. So I'm going to put the other trigger in anyway. I'll be right back. Okay, I got it out. Now you can see right here, here's the little dingus that moves. And right down in here, that little dingus hits the bar in the bottom of that right there. And that's what stops it. And you can watch and see this little thing move out of the way, and then it works, and it moves right back to that bar. In my opinion, that sits very close to that bar, and it makes it to where it just will not get enough just to break it if you're not low enough on the trigger. I don't know how many people actually run their hand across the bottom of the trigger guard to shoot. I certainly do not. My cousin did not have a problem with this. I guess he holds his hand a little closer to the bottom of the trigger. I will also say this thing was kind of a pain in the butt to put on, so I don't know how hard it's going to be to swap out. But where it hits that little bar in the bottom down in there, it's just too close to it, and it has to almost be perfect. Even just pushing it like this, I can feel it contacting that bar. I mean, I can feel it touching it. It's just too close to it. I actually had thought about just taking a file and taking a little bit off of it. I can't recommend that. Was there again, it may cause the trigger to not function properly, and therefore I'm just gonna stick my own, if I can find it, back in it. I don't carry this gun, but nonetheless, I still don't want a trigger that may not, I mean, you hear it. You can hear it rubbing across that bar. I think it was a good concept, just poorly executed in my opinion. Agency is usually awesome. I've had some Agency triggers. They make some great Glocks. I really like them. But as far as the P320 goes, it's a fail in my opinion. And I don't recommend this, because unless you, like I said, unless you put your finger way towards the bottom of the trigger, it's not going to work for you. And from everything I've seen online, it says about the same thing. Anyway, I just thought I'd give you an update on that, just so that y'all didn't waste $80-some like I did. I did this for you guys. Actually, I did this for me, but since it didn't work, now I'm doing it for you guys. See how that works out? Don't waste your money on this, because I could not rely on this in a defensive situation. I appreciate y'all watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys. We'll see you next time.